Factsverse presents Terrifying Things People Stumbled Upon Deep in the Woods. Number 1. Smurfs. Many people love the Smurfs. They're cute, blue creatures who live out in the woods. The person who took this picture thought that the Smurfs were just cartoon characters until they saw this photo. A group of 4 people thought that it'd be a good idea to dress like Smurfs and dance around in the woods. This is not something you would see every day. Number 2. A branch tunnel? A porthole to another realm? If you happened upon this structure, what would you do? It's difficult to believe that it has grown naturally like this. Did somebody try to set up a trap? Would you be caught up in it if you tried to pass? Maybe you could go through the hole and end up in another universe when you get to the other side. The person who took the photo didn't go inside the tunnel. Likely a very good choice. Number 3. A very unusual growth. The person took this photo when they were hiking in the mountains of North Carolina. During the hike, they discovered something growing all alongside the side of the trail. The hiker made the mistake of poking it with a stick because white gunk squirted out. Fortunately, it didn't get on him. You never know what could possibly be growing in something like this. Invasion of the Body Snatchers, anybody? Number 4. An old phone booth? A time machine? It's not often that you take a deep walk in the woods and find a phone booth. There are no wires in the area, just a phone booth. Maybe it's the same time machine from the movie Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Or maybe an old Doctor Who prop. Well, if you hadn't taken a photo of this, most people wouldn't have believed him. Number 5. The end of a peaceful hike. There's nothing worse than taking a peaceful hike and then happening upon something like this. There are fences with barbed wire on the top, do not trespass signs and cameras. It's kind of hard to tell which is worse, all of this ruining the beautiful scenery or the fact that you have no way of knowing what's behind that fence that needs to be kept so hidden. The hiker should probably check Google Earth. It might be the only way he can get an answer to that. Number 6. A Random Chandelier. What could be more strange than walking through the woods only to find a gorgeous chandelier hanging from a tree? Seeing this brings up a lot of questions. Who put it there? Why would they waste such a beautiful chandelier by hanging it in the woods? Does someone live up there? Maybe the chandelier is a booby trap and whoever tries to get it down will get caught. There are just too many questions and too few answers. Number 7. Blue fungus. When most people think about fungus, they think of the color green. That isn't the case with the fungus that's growing on this branch. Sounds like a strange thing to say, but this fungus is actually kind of beautiful. Since blue fungus is so rare, it's a good thing that the photographer didn't get too close and didn't touch it. You never know, it might be dangerous. Number 8. A wooden forest monster. This is a very frightening thing to happen upon in the woods. Looks like some sort of giant tree monster with big, pointy ears or horns and hair made of leaves. Since there are no such things as monsters, as far as we know, this is just another one of Mother Nature's crazy and amazing creations. Although, to be on the safe side, I would keep my distance anyway. I mean, you just never know. Number 9. A message. The person who took this photo took a hike in the woods behind their house. They came upon a hole, and on the walls of the hole was written, "Run." That could be some kind of joke, or even worse, it could be some kind of actual warning. Either way, it's probably best the photographer headed home after seeing it. You never know what can be lurking deep in the woods. Number 10. A green monster in a tree. The person who took this photo was taking a peaceful hike in the woods when they came upon this strange creature really high up in the tree. How did it get so high? Who put it there? Why would they put it there? Is it alive? Each of those questions ran through the photographer's mind before they ran off in the other direction. Number 11. A frightening nest. Anyone who would attempt to walk through this nest is crazy. It could be a spider nest, which means that there could be hundreds or thousands or hundreds of thousands of spiders inside. It could also be a caterpillar nest, which means that there could be thousands of caterpillars in there. The photographer took the photo and then ran off, and I can't say that I blame him. Number 12. An empty coffin. This is one of the most terrifying things people stumbled upon deep in the woods for a couple of reasons. First, there should not be a coffin in the middle of the woods where there's nothing around for miles. Second, the coffin is empty. So where did the body go that was once inside of it? These woods may not be the best place for hiking and camping. Number 13. Terrifying slug. A hiker was in the woods when they came upon this terrifying slug. It almost looks like it's from another planet. Maybe it's trying to suck the life force from the tree, just waiting for a human to come by so that it can suck out their life force. Chances are, though, it's just a typical slug and there's nothing extraterrestrial about it. Number 14. What is happening here? This whole picture is just weird. Who goes into the woods and hangs beads and feathers from a tree? What's even more peculiar is that there's a tiny door at the base of the tree. Do trolls live in there? Dwarfs? It's a shame the photographer didn't open up that door to find out what was inside. Number 15. A monster in the woods of the Czech Republic. A woman was hiking in the woods of the Czech Republic when she came upon this. Taking the picture was pretty brave of her. Most people would have turned and run immediately. Number 16. The Scream Tree. If there were ever a tree to be afraid of, this is the one. It looks a lot like the mask that killers wore in the Scream movies. What could be more frightening? Subscribe for more.